It has been hailed as quite possibly the perfect musical comedy to be under the bright lights of Broadway. It's a story that's been played by countless groups, been adapted for the big screen, and saw over 1,200 performances when it opened in 1950.
Wow. Now, the oddball romantic comedy sees individuals scrambling and gambling for love and takes us from the hustle of New York City all the way to the cafes of Havana, Cuba. Ooh. And you can see all this if you check out Lake Forest High School's production of Guys and Dolls. And we have Brody Sapp, who is playing Sky Masterson, as well as Kaylee McDowell, and she is playing Sarah Brown. Welcome, both of you, to Historic Studio D.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we got the guy, we got the doll. You know?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Check. So, what made you decide to put on this production?
Well, last year we had the perfect number to put on Legally Blonde. This year it just worked out. We had just the right amount of guys, just the right amount of dolls to put on the show. So worked out.
It was meant to be.
It was the numbers.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about kind of what is this play about? What's the story?
Well, so there's kind of two different kind of stories going on at once. Ooh. So there's two different couples, and they're at very different places in their relationship. So there's one, they've been engaged for 14 years, and then there's another who just met. And so it's kind of like balancing out and intertwining those stories, and it relates to different themes in very different ways for both couples.
Wow. So. And going from New York to Havana, that's pretty cool too.
Yes.
So tell us about the talented cast. I mean, obviously you guys are part of it, but you got a lot of people on stage with you.
Yes. A lot of choir people, a lot of band people, but they all come together and they do theater, and it's a really talented cast. Lots of dancing, lots of singing. So.
Yeah. Our other lead was in All Eastern Choir last year. It's a national choir that takes place for all the East Coast, so it's a step above All State. She was also in All State this year. And then our other friend, he's Brant Stevenson. He's another lead. He just got into Ferenstein Film Academy in Brooklyn.
Wow.
And a lot of us are going to go to college in New York for performing arts.
That's so awesome. Now with this story, are you guys changing up the storyline at all? Anything new, anything different, or are we sticking to the script?
Legally, I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Gotcha.
So what has been the most challenging part of putting together this production?
Oh my.
Well, I think the movie was set in the 1950s, and so there's a lot of things that were changed in the Broadway musical, and so I think the hardest part, but it's the most interesting and most fun part, is kind of taking what we like about the movie version, what we like about the Broadway version, and combining it and making it our own role and really owning that role. So.
I love that. Now, are you two a couple in the show, or are you separate couples?
Yep.
Yes.
Which couple are you? Engaged forever or new?
Just met.
Just met.
Yeah, we're the ones who go to Havana.
Ah, okay.
What's kind of your couple vibe?
I think that, obviously the gender roles in the 1950s were very extreme in some of the movies, I think. But I think that his character has more very, like, I don't want to say, for lack of a better term, like masculine versus feminine, and just that kind of like nervous versus very confident.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of that dynamic that kind of brings it all together.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Now, is there any kind of pressure put on you guys to really knock this out of the park? Because it is a classic, right? Do you feel any kind of pressure, like, we got to do it justice?
Yeah, we've been building the community the last few years of people who come to return to the shows and stuff like that, working really hard to build the program. And so we have a lot of pressure on ourselves. We have a lot of pressure from the directors and from the community itself just to knock this out of the park, especially for some of the seniors. I know she's a sophomore, but most of the leads are seniors, so we really got to worry about putting on the best show that we possibly can.
Yeah.
Well, we think you're going to do that.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
We have to say break a leg, right? Like
right.
You better break a leg.
Say.
Thank you.
Right?
Right. And of course, we'll have information on how you can see the show on our website.
Easy to do. You invite everybody to come see it?
Yeah, please. Please.
Please.
Brody and Kaylee, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.